Alright everybody, we are back with what should be the finale for Soul Reaver 2 Remastered here. And again, we got a lot done in a pretty decent, quick amount of time in the previous part. We got all the way up and met Janos Audron himself and learned a ton about the origin of the pillars and Raziel's purpose. And then he basically Raziel basically is the reason why Janos eventually fell. He basically unintentionally built a path straight up to him so the humans could get up to him and attack him. But Janos did save us in that moment as well and casted us into the Fire Forge. So now we can get the Fire Reaver, so that's going to be what we're doing in the beginning here. And yeah, we pretty much cleaned up all of our miscellaneous and missable achievements in the previous part. We only have one more that we're going to be doing in this part, and then the rest of them are all story-based, besides beating it under 6 hours, which we are at 4 hours and 18 minutes, so we have more than enough time to finish it in less than 6 hours. But yeah, that's basically the plan. I don't really have anything else to go over here. We're just gonna try to get this Fire Reaver blade forged. I'm pretty sure we're just jumping down. I don't think we have to do anything special. But yeah, the last missable achievement we have is going to be the 3 fire demons in less than a minute, which happens at a specific point. It's when we get back to the pillars, because we're gonna have a lot of backtracking to do. Right, we really don't want our torch to burn out here, which I just fucked up. So let's reset that. Off to a great start. Probably want to wait until I'm closer to the edge. Alright, we are going to need that light reaver now. Which, we can just swim to it at this point. We kind of have to. Let's head up here. Alright, now, we saw this crystal in the cutscene in the last part. We gotta hit it. That'll help us drain the water, which I think we're just jumping down so that we can get the air reaver. At least I'm pretty sure, because we definitely need it. Now, am I going back up? I guess basically yes. Now, if I want to activate these pedestals, I don't remember if it matters which one I hit. Hitting one might activate all of them. Or there's a specific pedestal I'm looking for. I'm trying to land on it. Alright, now we can get up there. So let's get another torch. Let's see if we can make it over. I don't remember if these are timed. But if they are, we made it anyways. I'm pretty sure I actually do need the light reaver again. grab this. Now, let's, I think we're hitting the light again, and then grabbing another torch, but this one's a little trickier. One thing I hate about the swimming is if you hit the surface before jumping out of the water, the next time you press A, he dives, which is really weird. Well, I'm gonna have to do that later, so let's light it up right now. Yeah, we're basically trying to fly around everything here. And we also gotta avoid the blood streams. It's gonna be a little tricky. But I think we made it. Get it.
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
There we go. Janos really knew what he was doing. He literally built a statue of Raziel holding the Fire Reaver. Alright, let's go see what happened to him. All we heard last was he was in a big battle before he sealed us in this chamber. So now we get to see what his fate is.
Look at his black heart! How it still beats!
The fiend intends to bury us alive! Raziel, we must get out of here!
Remember the sword!
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Raziel. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audron's murder. Moebius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audron's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Just like that, Kain was right. He said exactly this, that the Sarafan were not the holy warriors Raziel thought they were when he came across their dead bodies in the first game, or their crypt, I guess. Ooh, that was weird. Would not let me glide there. Yep, time for Raziel to go John Wick mode and get some revenge. That's the other crazy part, the crazy twist, is that Raziel himself is the one that actually killed Janos Audron before he was a vampire.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
So yeah, basically at this part, I think we just have like a ton of battles. I'm gonna get stun locked by this asshole. One thing I never actually knew is if the Fire Reaver did more damage or not. I have no clue. It doesn't seem like it does. I'm gonna lose some health. Yeah, I'm a little murky on what actually sends these creatures, like if we ever find out.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
I can't remember if it's actually something to do with the Elder God or not. This guy stopped rotating around me. I'm supposed to be doing that to him. Let's get out of here. Okay. That was a good shot. Might want to avoid some of these guys, though. Only fight the battles we have. We already lost the health anyways, though.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
This is gonna be a fun battle. We might die here. Oh, this is overcharged. I did not want this. You can have that back. Let's keep this thing charged up. We already have lower health. Just kill them all. I might actually want to re-heal or something. Because we literally have one hit left in us. Let's see what we got here. Actually, we should be safe right here. I don't think the enemies can reach us. But yeah, basically the point of this section is to just, well, fight all of the enemies, obviously, and to just backtrack all the way back to the Sarafan Stronghold. Basically the achievement we did in the last part where we backtracked before visiting Janos, but this time in the right order. Right, let's get going. We don't really need to save there. We'll probably just save in the Elder God Chamber when we get back there. That'll probably be more convenient.
Got him.
Ooh, my path block still? Get rid of him. Pretty sure yeah, I was gonna say, I think we only need to kill the fire demons. We've got an army of guys following us. Dickface.
Raziel.
Don't mind if I do. I kinda have to. This is like a super fighter demon. He had extra horns. Are they gonna make me climb back up? Shit, I think we actually have to climb back up. Oh wait, could we have... We might have been able to make the jump right there, I just didn't see it. Oh well, they lead to the same place. Our favorite location in the game, the swamp. This should be a semi-shortcut. Whoa, where the hell did that guy come from? I didn't see him when I jumped down. I always wondered why he didn't have like another conversation with Vorador. Because that would have been the perfect opportunity to do it. Actually, wait a second. Oh, no, they don't. Alright, so that is just a benefit for the Fire Reaver.
You shall not pass.
Alright, Gandalf. You dick, he's using the swamp against me. You gotta be kidding me with this guy. Ah, shit. Should I keep... Yeah, let's just keep going and see what happens. So we're gonna be heading into the underground. Which we might be okay down here. Probably should have healed. Worst case scenario, all we have to do is just save and then reload the save really quick to get our health back. And we'll also keep our Fire Reaver in that case as well. As long as we don't get shot and hit too much down here. Oh, we actually need an Air Reaver, so I guess it wouldn't matter. So let's go and grab one. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, we climbed all the way out of this place in the previous part when we didn't really have to. All because of that Missable achievement. Which is such a weird one. You do get... Actually, I don't even know if you get a bonus cutscene or anything. I think it's literally just to waste your time. I might actually want this. I don't think we're gonna need the Air Reaver. Keep heading through here, you dick face. That was a good shot. Let's get through the Elder God chamber. Like I said, we're probably gonna create a save in here, though I'm pretty sure we get a cutscene at least this time.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Well, he actually had nothing to say to us there. But yeah, we're gonna make a save here and then reload it really quick to get all of our health back. Because we're gonna want to use this as our save point anyways. Alright, there we go. Reloaded, got our health back. We have like an hour and 20 minutes left to spare still, so we're doing really good. There's definitely not an hour and 20 minutes left in the game, unless there's that many cutscenes left. But yeah, we're gonna use that as our save point because I don't think we run into another one on the way to the pillars, and that's where our last Missable achievement's gonna be. Besides the 6-hour one, I guess. So we should be able to pull that off. Just want to make sure we don't get too beat up here. That was a bad time to try to jump up there. I don't even know what would have happened if we would have landed in the goo pile. Or I guess it's more of a goo pool. Alright, but one strategy I heard that was really good for this part is to try to overcharge the blade on our way to the pillars, so that way we do more damage after the cutscene. We're almost there. So let's just keep swinging here. Wish I could overcharge it a little bit more per hit. Actually, if we kill an enemy. Alright, let's not completely overcharge it, but keep it in the red. Hopefully we don't have to skip the cutscene to keep it, though. These are the ones we have to kill in less than a minute. There we go. Easy enough. Yeah, that's actually extremely easy, especially if you pre-charge the sword. There we go. We don't really have any other missable achievements left besides beating the game quickly.
That's him.
We might want to just avoid these guys. Watch out for her projectile. She almost shot another one at us. Man, it's a good thing Raziel shed his water weakness a long time ago.
Get him.
But we're almost at that sanctuary. Just gotta keep heading down this path. Try to dodge these. This is, like I said, this is a good spot to try to get your 3 sorceresses without getting hit. That's a good spot, and then we'll have another good spot right at the lake itself. We got it in the last part, but it's relatively easy if you just kind of keep moving left or right as they're trying to shoot, because it'll just miss. But yeah, there's one up here, and then there's 2 down there. So this is another really good spot for that one, in case anybody still needs it. I guess that one cutscene is unique to backtracking ahead of time. Okay, I'm stuck. Alright, that breaks the ice in front of the door. I want to just kill some of them, so I don't have to worry about them hitting me while I'm trying to jump. Can I actually make it up there? I can. Alright, final stretch. Back in the stronghold for the 3rd time.
Die, fiend! Guard me, brothers! Guard me, brothers!
There's actually 3 of them in here as well. So they do give you a lot of opportunities to try and get it. Probably gonna avoid these guys just in case. Because our health's not the greatest right now. But also just to save time. Even though we have more than enough time.
Seize him!
We are forced into a fight here though. See what awaits us in this room, I think.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
Lord Moebius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Moebius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Moebius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Moebius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
Alright, yep. Moebius' tone completely shifted. The interesting thing about that cutscene is like the whole Malik and all the trouble you hear in the background. That is actually when Verador, I always forget it. That's when he's attacking the Stronghold, which is the beginning cutscene for Blood Omen 1. So this is what's happening during that time.
Come to take your revenge, demon?
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
Once regretted killing his brethren, now he wants it to happen. Well, I guess he didn't fully regret it. Yeah, the one thing that's interesting about this part of the game is the Reaver itself actually gives you kind of basically invincibility. Yep, it's just funny, man. That's the one thing I love about Soul Reaver 1 and 2 story, is that you kill your vampire brethren for betraying you, but they were also the reason, like Raziel is also the reason why they died when they were humans as well. God, I'm getting stun locked by these guys. Damn, that was an attack. How is he alive? Oh my god, stop poking me. Alright, I don't know if that was Melchiah or Zephon. I would assume Melchiah is the guy with the staff, though. Okay. Gonna keep doing it. And it's unblockable, so the only thing is to dodge it. But if I try to dodge, the input reads me.
As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Careful there, Raziel. You sound like you're getting a little bit power hungry here. Was this the door that opened? Kind of looks like it.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Damn. Dude, when they have staffs, it's tough. It's tough to avoid the attacks. Can you stop poking me? I'd like to eliminate the staff guy first, but they always block everything. There we go, he's down. Come on, buddy. I feel like they have extra health, too. There we go, finally. Probably give you invincibility at this part because the devs probably made them so over the top.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
That is right, you don't actually fight Turel. But of course he was given a staff. once they're knocked down, you can't really get them back. Stop with the side swipes, you dick face. Side swipes like hit you out of dodge. Alright, he's dead. Let's get through our next door, which is right here. I think we only have one more fight left. And that's gonna be ourself. It's gonna be Raziel. Seems like quite a time paradox for his future self to come back in time and kill his past self. But he's resurrected from the dead, so I guess not.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends, but you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Audron turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Yep, he didn't like that. Oh great, he's got staff pokes too. Ooh, there we go, that's a good combo. He has a side sweep unblockable all of a sudden. Right about to dodge. Come on, do the overhead, dick. Come on. Every time I anticipate it, I still get hit by it. Right about to dodge again. I noticed that if you dodge too, like, late, it still doesn't always, like, line up correctly. Oh, come on. Like, it'll track the dodge if you dodge too late. No, I should have seen that coming. He actually never did that solo. I actually am trying to dodge in those moments, but it's like I'm stuck. Oh, you actually feint the attack? I didn't know you could even do that. I thought he was just glitching out before. Alright, we might have him stuck here. Stop fake swinging.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this game? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel. Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
And there we go. We completed the game in less than 6 hours and beat it. And that's the truth. the Soul Reaver, it housed Raziel's soul the whole time, which is why there was that paradox. Just a crazy twist. So the Hilden and the whole thing with Kain and the new memories he's experiencing in that moment is actually Blood Omen 2, I believe. So Blood Omen 2 happens at a kind of weird time throughout the franchise. It's not actually a sequel to Blood Omen 1. But it happens as one of Kain's new memories. I usually just play it after Defiance for a specific reason. But yeah, I'm really hoping they remaster Blood Omen 1 and 2 and Defiance so that we can also cover those on the channel. I could do the original games. I could play through them on the channel instead. But like I said, the last time we did that was with the Tomb Raider original timeline games, and then shortly after that they announced the 4, 5, and 6 remasters. So if there's a chance that they'll remaster the other ones, we might as well just wait and see if that happens so we can play those versions instead. As far as games I'm going to play after the Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered, I'm not entirely sure yet. I did want to check out Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, so maybe we'll play that, but we might run through some of the older Indiana Jones games first, not going all the way back to like the point-and-click adventures, but going all the way back to the N64 one, and then maybe playing the, I think there was 2 PS2 and Xbox generation games as well, so we might check those out, and then the Lego games, and then do the Great Circle, so that'll give us some time. It kind of depends. I'm hoping if we did do that, we'd be able to get through those relatively decently. Though if I do cover Assassin's Creed Shadows in February, it would be streamed to go to like coincide with our streaming series for the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But there we go. We got all the achievements in this game. That 6 hours or less one was the only one I didn't have after getting the story-based ones. So we ended up getting the 6-hour one, even though that wasn't the initial plan, because I wasn't sure how long it would take to do all the other stuff. But we did it. We got all the achievements on all games, so I was able to timestamp all those for everybody through the description. Hopefully that helps anybody trying to go for them. But this was still just a playthrough. It wasn't really a direct guide. I figured I'd just timestamp the stuff for convenience for anybody looking to do it. Especially if they just wanted to jump around the video for those specific moments, they can. But there we go. Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered is done. Still great games. Obviously, they're still dated in some ways with like animation and stuff like that, but it would be cool to see like a full remake of them with like new mechanics on Unreal Engine 5 or something like that, something along those lines. But I'm more than happy with this, and I'm really hoping they do this for the rest of the series and maybe even make a sequel to Defiance that fully concludes the story at some point. That would be my hope. But yeah, as I mentioned, I am streaming the Assassin's Creed series. As of recording this, I'm right about to beat 4 almost. There should only be like one more stream for Assassin's Creed 4, but this will probably go live after that. So by the time this goes live, we might either be in the Freedom Cry DLC or possibly on Rogue. So you can always join me there. And then yeah, we'll see what game we play after this. Don't have any direct plans, so whatever video goes live after this point will be the games that we decided to play. Has a high chance of being Indiana Jones. But as always, thanks to anybody who's joined me in these 2 games, or even on just this one. I always appreciate it. I highly recommend this series. It's really good. The storytelling is insane. And yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you on the next game.